Okay, now we get to talk a little bit about housing. See that number? That's pretty good, right? Home prices rising faster than expected. It's from the Case-Shiller index at 0.9% increase. And, well, when you have the Case-Shiller index, you'd like to talk to Robert Shiller about the whole thing. And he does join us now, Professor Shiller from up at Yale. It's always good to see you, sir. I look at the number and I say, yes, this looks good. It's much better than expected. You look at the number and say...
Okay. It's kind of what I expected. It's been, ever since 2012, that was the bottom of the market. It's been chugging along, going up. And it's not exciting, but it's positive, and I don't see why it won't continue it for a while.
Why isn't it exciting? I mean, even I can, you're the housing guy. I can look at it and say, all right, they thought, a lot of people thought it would be, you know, an increase that's not quite this much, and the prices are going up more, and you should be worked up, should be excited, should be cheerleading this market higher, and you say, meh.
Well, I don't think that it's a preoccupation the way it was in 2006, 2007. So I think, you know, people need a place to live. Employment is growing. People bid up a price. You have to outbid somebody else to get the house. Yes. I don't think people are so focused on the excitement of a bubble.
Well, no, is that what's happened? I was having a similar conversation with someone over the weekend about this. Is that, are we replaying the past in some ways? I mean, are there situations developing, and if so, you know, where that it kind of looks a little bit to you like, uh-oh, no, here we go again. Mortgages are being given out too easily. I mean, where is that happening? Yeah,
well, especially in the Northwest, Portland, Seattle, San Francisco. Also Denver, Dallas, those all have, you know, virtually double-digit price increases. And in those cities, it does look something like what we saw in the bubble that preceded the financial crisis.
What are we doing, Bob? What are we doing here? I mean, we didn't fix any of this, did we? Or
we can't fix human psychology. That's the problem.
I know, but no, that's, you know what? Fair point. But we were supposed to put some safeguards in place to prevent the whole thing from crashing down on us. Did we do that?
Well, I don't think it's reached the level that it did. You know, in real terms, home prices are still okay. They're not about to come crashing down, I don't think.
No, I know, but we could have said that in 05 or 06. We could have said that, you know, that we haven't reached the level yet, you know, and then then it did, and you know, the rest of it was history. I guess I'm asking, have we put enough in place to prevent that from happening again, that being a crash?
Well, you know, this is a big issue. There's been a lot of regulation, as some people who watch these things know. And it's not just the U.S., all over the world. The Financial Stability Board in Switzerland documents all over the world, countries are putting in protections. So, yeah, I suppose things are better. But I don't know that the protections are going to be enough. And someday, if this keeps going on long enough, we might have another collapse in the housing market.
Right. You're not predicting. You're saying that, and some days far, far away, or?
I don't know. Nobody knows. If anyone knew that it wouldn't happen, there's an element of truth to efficient markets. On the other hand, yeah, there are places where it's getting exciting.
Right.
And you know, those glamour cities out west that I mentioned, they have a history of ups and downs. You know, it's not like these things go on forever. Right. You might imagine that they will, but they don't. So and construction comes in.
Right. So there's no guarantee, in other words, that just because it looked a little overheated now, that it's somehow going to be something that just goes boom on us. Doesn't necessarily have to be that way, I guess is your point. Actually, now that I look at the clock, Professor Shiller, we have to run, unfortunately, even though we could sit here debating and trying to get a timing on a bubble bursting all day long. It was good to see you, as always. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Great Bob Shiller from up at Yale.